Whether you love or hate Pauly Malignaggi, he had it coming. He was asking for it. Yep. The guy from Horst, however them Italians say Bensonhurst in Brooklyn. Yeah, Pauly Malignaggi revealed who he is, showed his true colors. He did that 3 months ago, as a matter of fact. He's paying the repercussions for it 3 months later for what he said. You know what I mean? This comes all in the wake of when the man Devin Haney said he'll never lose to a white boy. Okay? Then Pauly Malignaggi decided to intervene and give his 2 cents. You know what I mean? We check it. He said, he basically scolded the man Devin Haney when Devin Haney said, "I'll never lose to a white boy," and Pauly Malignaggi, he fired back by saying that it's no longer the time of the African American in boxing anymore. It's the Eastern European that has become the dominant species in boxing, and that's what he said. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, you know what I mean, the man basically said that there's no racial oppression. Basically, black people are making it up, making stuff up about being racially profiled or going through, you know, racial injustices in America. You know what I mean? Pauly Malignaggi said black people making it up and there's no racial oppression. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know who runs Showtime? Uncle Al. You know what I mean? Uncle Al owns that. And Uncle Al stood on his morals and principles, and they even gave an opportunity to Pauly Malignaggi to apologize. You know what I mean? Because love him or hate him, Pauly Malignaggi is good at what he do on TV. You know what I'm saying? He's a good analyst. You know what I'm saying? But I guess people seen his true colors. You know what I'm saying? And hey, they about had it up to here. You know what I mean? Showtime got on his helmet. Yeah, and told him, take that Showtime helmet off. You're axed. You're fired. You're sacked. You're given the boot. Here are your walking papers. Take a hike. Catch a flight, a British Airways flight. Go all the way to England and go work for Sky Sports. I doubt Sky Sports will do anything about it. You know what I mean? You know, America's a racist country. So is most of Europe, if not all of Europe. But at least in America, they got people who are pump faking like really they're on the sides of minorities in this country. You know what I mean? All for social media purposes. You know what I'm saying? And companies would rather. It's not really that they have any empathy for the minorities or in particular, African Americans. They just want to save face. You know what I mean? You check it. As far as Showtime and is concerned, they might want to show face, or maybe they got pressure from Al Heyman after the guy Pauly Malignaggi refused to apologize for them insensitive comments he made 3 months ago on that IFL TV interview. You know what I mean? Pauly Malignaggi gets a little too comfortable, especially when he talking with them IFL cats. You know what I'm saying? Of course he's there in England. They're gonna revere his boxing acumen when he comes over to England, you know what I'm saying? So he probably think he can get away with anything, saying any and everything over there. Yeah, but not today, Slim. See, them kind of videos go worldwide viral. Anybody with the internet connection, they have an option. They can go ahead and check out that video. It ain't going nowhere. And Pauly Malignaggi showed what he's really about, you know what I mean? All I could say is Bensonhurst, man. Yusuf Hawkins, 1991. If you don't know nothing about that, go hit your Google search, you know what I mean? Yeah. Predominantly an Italian neighborhood, you know what I mean? And go look what they did to Yusuf Hawkins, excuse me. You know what I mean? So Pauly Malignaggi gets his walking papers. My suggestion for Showtime to replace him, get somebody like Roy Jones. Roy Jones did say that he's still under contract with HBO, but I think I did hear him say that his contract ends maybe this year, and after that he can be a free agent. Get the man Roy Jones up in the booth, man. We miss that guy. You know what I mean? Showtime used to have Antonio Tarver with with Al Bernstein. That's another option if you can't get Roy Jones. Anybody besides Pauly Malignaggi. You know what I mean? Pauly Malignaggi still suffering from. Hey, he talked about the what do you say? The Eastern European fighters. That's what we said are better than the African American fighters right now, right? Time will tell. You know what I mean? Last time I seen a quote unquote dominant European, it was Kovalev. Kovalev got beat up by Ward in that second fight. But it was Danny Jacobs versus Triple G. Hey, I thought Danny Jacobs won that fight, you know what I'm saying? Not in no dominating fashion. Neither did Triple G win it in dominating fashion, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna talk about Lomachenko and Rigondeaux. That's what we're not gonna do. Because obviously we seen the weight disparity in that fight. And I definitely blame it on Guillermo Rigondeaux, you know what I'm saying? You know, for jumping up there and, you know what I mean, jumping up with two weight classes. But at the end of the day, I'm a boxing fan. I don't give a F where a fighter is from. I give props to all fighters from every corner, every spot, every country, every continent on this globe. That's why I love boxing. It's a worldwide sport. And they're great fighters from everywhere. Everywhere. I said it before, I'll say it again. In 2016, sure enough, the Eastern Bloc fighters would dominate in the Olympics, you know what I'm saying? Hassan Boy Dusmatov, you know what I mean? Ahmad Aliyev, the guy who got a 122-pound title, two straps, beat Danny Roman. But these guys are few and far in between, you know what I mean? You got the Giasov, Sean Jahan, these guys are on the come up, you know what I'm saying? Time will tell, but at the end of the day, this is USA, Jack. And no country produces more fighters than the USA. Maybe Mexico, but America definitely produces the champions. And the man Pauly Malignaggi, sayonara. See you later, alligator. But hopefully it won't be on no TV. Like I said, Sky Sports will probably retain its services, but that's neither here nor there. That don't got nothing to do with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's British policy. If they feel like he should be axed, fired, or sacked for what he said, so be it. But at least here in USA, Jack, they not having that. What up, fellas in the chat? Be more the BK. What the deal, my G? What's good with you, man? Be more the BK says. I think he got too big for his britches, as my grandmother used to say. He even went as far as saying nobody is profiled or wronged like Italians in America because of the RICO Act. Man, get the F up out of here, man. Oh, so it's only white people or Italians who got hit with the RICO? Are you serious? Come on now. Oh, you think just because Pauly Malignaggi, just because the RICO was first used against the Italian mob? No, the RICO's been used against a lot of people. Even non-violent, um, white-collar criminals, you know what I mean? Who've never picked up a gun, they ain't firing, they ain't shoot nobody. They was conducting white-collar crime, you know what I'm saying? So, if Italians have gone through or been profiled, what does that mean? That we should be insensitive about all the black people who just get profiled? And I've been profiled before, man, in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter what kind of whip you in. If you in a hoopty, they got reason for suspicion. If you in a fly whip, a Benzo or something, a Beamer, nice luxury whip, they gonna profile you same way. You know what I mean? If it ain't one thing, it's another. You can't lose for nothing or for winning. You know what I mean? So be more the BKs in the chat. He says, off topic, did you see the stall and negotiations for Loma versus Tio? Slim said 1, 2 million, and Lomachenko 3.5 million ain't cutting it, man. What you think? I'm about to get into that on my next video. That was actually what I was planning to do next. And speaking of that, let me seal the deal on this video, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Tell me what y'all think about Pauly Malignaggi. You think it was fair? You think he should have got fired? I believe so. They gave him an opportunity to clean up his act and choose his words more carefully and to apologize, but he didn't. His pride, his ego, his white supremacy mentality would not allow him to do it. So he gets what he asked for. I'm gone. Peace.